FAU alumni. So,
Run it to the
clap it
front.
up.
There you go.
How's everybody doing today? I couldn't hear you. How everybody doing today? Good! All right, as she mentioned, my name is Kevin Dorival, and where are my queens at? All right, how about my kings? Can I get a hoorah? Hoorah! Do it one more time. Can I get a hoorah? Hoorah! All right, amen. I am a mentor, inspirational speaker, and author. I wrote this book called The Courage to Believe, which is an inspirational true story about how God helped me overcome a lot of adversity in life. And right now, I also do internet marketing for businesses, attorneys, surgeons, things of that nature to help them with their websites and social media. But before I continue, I need you guys to do me a favor. I need you to go to Twitter. Actually, the first person who likes me on Facebook and follows me on Twitter, I'm going to give you a DVD of my stage play called The Courage to Believe.
What's the name?
Courage to Believe. Let me write it down. Courage. Number 2, believe.
I liked it already.
I liked it.
Like me and follow, same thing.
I'm doing that. I'm doing that like right now.
All right. And I want to tell you guys a little joke. There was my car, right? I owe some money on my car. I have a 2005 CTS Cadillac. And the collectors called me. They was like, hey, Kevin Dorival, how you doing today? I said, I'm pretty good. How about yourself? And then they said, okay, well, we have to come pick up your car. Pick up my car? I just made a payment. Why I gotta wait come get my car? Then it was like, well, you're like 2 months behind on your payments. 2 months behind? That's crazy. How much do I owe? They said about $1,200. $1,200? When do I have to pay the $1,200? They said, you have 48 hours. Then I told them, would you mind praying with me about that? It was so funny that they even laughed with me. But anyway, the subject of the story today is focusing on your goals while you're in the fires of life. Now, I believe all of you are students. Is that safe to assume that?
Yes.
Okay. I graduated here in 2005. I was also involved in student government. I worked quite a bit with student government. I was actually a secretary, but don't tell anybody that. I did a lot of typing. But the things that made school very hard for me was the fact that I had a criminal record. And having a criminal record, I knew that one of the best ways to get my chance opportunity to be successful was to get my college degree. With that being said, I had to spend a lot of hours in student government due to the fact that I couldn't really go home, I couldn't really drive. You know, half the times I had warrants, and it wasn't always my fault. It was the power of association. You guys ever heard of that? Power of association. I had some friends that weren't really law-abiding citizens. So whenever they got involved in something, my name was always in the mix. So if they're under investigation, I was as well. Plus I was doing my own thing. But when I really got serious about my life and wanted to be successful and actually do something of significance, it became very hard for me, unfortunately. One of the professors here at FAU, she worked in a multicultural, do they say multicultural here?
Yes.
She came and spoke to me one day. She seen me, I actually have dreads. Can you imagine me with dreads?
Oh, yeah, with the sexy.
My dreads are actually pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? Some girls will call it sexy. Girls call it sexy. But I'm proud of it. I'm playing. But she saw me one day, and my eyes were bloodshot red. I just was smoking weed, and I happened to walk through the hallways, and she could smell the weed on me. And she said, "Young man, come here. Let me talk to you." So I sat down and spoke with her, and I could just tell that she genuinely cared about my well-being. And let her know a little bit more about me, she understood my situation. She was like, "Well, young man, the odds are against you. One, you're black. And number two, you have a criminal record, meaning that the chances of you graduating is slim to none." And one of the things that stuck to me when she said, no matter what happens, every day those classrooms are open, be in those seats. No matter, it doesn't matter if you don't have any money. I didn't have any money. I didn't have a car. Half the times I had to jump on a train, actually sneak on a train. And if you get on the train, they catch you. Either, I think they arrest you or give you a ticket or something like that. They give you a ticket. So I was doing that all the time. And do you know why I did that? Because I was willing to do, no matter what it took, I was willing to fight to get in the classroom every day. Half the times I didn't have anything to eat. I barely had a stable home to be in. I was semi-homeless. And the reason why I'm telling you guys that is that right now you're in school so that you will have to focus on being in those classrooms. I'm not saying that by getting a college degree is going to be the answer to everything, because it's not. You're going to have to do your due diligence on whether you're going to have to intern to get some experience, because right now in corporate America or medical fields, they want experience. So if you have the opportunity to be an intern, volunteer, and whatever field that you want to excel in, do that now while you can. Believe me, it counts volumes. Now, once I eventually graduated school, I had to start my own business. They weren't going to hire me. Like I said before, one, I'm black, I had dreads, and I had a criminal record. 3 strikes already, before I even turned in the application. So what I had to do was become an entrepreneur. So I started a clothing line, One Man Army Inc. and One Woman Army. And with that clothing line, I had to fight the United States Army in order to get that trademark, because they felt as if my trademark was too similar to the U.S. Army's old slogan, Army of One. You guys ever heard of Army of One? Yeah. Right, so I had to fight them in court, and eventually I won. Why did I win? Anybody can take a wild guess? and it took a long time. I want a better guess than that, because I'm black. Huh?
Didn't expect you to graduate college to be better. What you expected it to be?
Persuasive.
Close. Persuasive was definitely one of them. It was my persistence. I didn't give up. In life, you're going to realize the one thing that's going to set you apart from winning or losing is your passion. You have to be passionate about what you want to accomplish. You have to be driven, almost obsessed, in order to accomplish that. And that's what I did. Everybody was telling me, Kevin, you must be crazy. You fight the U.S. Army Corps, you don't want those kind of enemies. But I wasn't doing anything wrong. So eventually, I was able to get that trademark. And there's something that I've been living by for years called SBE. It's speak it, believe it, and execute the plan. I want you guys to say it for me. Speak it, believe it, execute the plan. Remember that. That's going to be vital in life. Every day I read a pamphlet. I have it in my box there. And it has about 55 goals in it. And these goals, I read them every day, whether it's in the morning or at night. Sometimes I read it twice a day of all the goals that I want to accomplish in life. And once I was able to finish this book and the stage play, that's 2 of those goals knocked off that list. But I still repeat it, because when you speak something, and this is why it's important, when your voice goes out into the universe, now you have placed it out there. I want you guys to kind of follow me. This is kind of like, a theory of mine, all right? When you speak it, you're literally building steps to where you're going, and your ears hear it. That allows you a chance to believe it. Now you believe in those things that you actually want to do in life. And the things you believe in, now it's time to execute that plan. What plan am I talking about? I have my plans. Do you guys have your plans? Did anybody have your plans written out, or things that you want to accomplish? How often do you look at them? The young lady right there, behind you.
At least every other week.
Every other week? You need to do it a lot more often. Someone else on back there in the, you raise your hand?
Yeah.
How often do you read your goals?
Every day.
Every day? Well, amen. All right, amen. That is vitally important because you're reminding yourself of what you want to do and how you're going to do it. You notice that every time you take a step towards your goals, things become a little easier for you. Now, there's going to be adversity. There's no doubt about that. That's life. But the question is, what are you going to do when that adversity comes? Don't say I can't, and don't say try. I hate those two words. Try and can't. Get rid of those in your vocabulary. All you're going to do when you mention those two words is you're creating extra hurdles that you don't need. You need to surround yourself with supporters, people who actually believe in you. When you have support, a good support base, like my mom before she passed away, and my brothers, it encouraged me. It gave me the courage to believe. And that's how I got the title of my book, The Courage to Believe. That was something that was God sent. When I was driving one day home, the idea of Courage to Believe popped in my head, in my spirit. I was like, yes, that's the title. I was looking for the title for a very long time. And I also wanted to mention to you the rules of blessings. When you have something that you're blessed with, such as your talents or your gifts, you have to treasure them. Don't take it for granted. Trust me, do not take it for granted. Whether it's running, whether it's singing, writing, teaching, treasure those things. Protect them by any means necessary. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do anything you put your mind to. Whether it's start a business, own a home, get married. I know some of you guys want to get married. I want to get married too.